are good now. Okay. So I was just like wondering what was going on there. So anyways, hello, welcome all to the finale of Infinity Investigation. So I was just saying earlier how in 2 weeks' time we'll be sort of about Christmas, our Phoenix Red Christmas tradition. It's literally just my lame ass excuse to replay Turnabout Goodbyes every year around Christmas time. Because it's a Christmas episode. Because almost that means it's not Christmas yet. And a very iconic Phoenix line. And I quote on Twitter every year. Anyways, other than that, I was also saying how I worked 10 hours this week, or potentially work 10 hours this week. So I may not play Vietti Thursday, like I said on the stream. So sorry if like things like drop a little bit. Like in a minute. Hello, Remoted. So but I will still let you know that for sure I will be doing the objection that will stuff this Saturday. That is a guaranteed for sure. So I think I got no other like huge announcements. Like I kind of want like our big events kind of like settle down before we talk about any new ones. That like, I mean, I can talk. I don't want like, for instance, I don't want to talk about replay, Turnabout Samurai until after Turnabout Christmas is over. But keep in mind that's gonna be. I think I'm setting that for January 9th. So that way we can get Turnabout replay done before the couple of this comes out as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's just play the game. Oh right, I had to change everything back because of Genshin Impact. Because I was streaming Genshin on Saturday. So I hope you guys did enjoy the Genshin Impact. Now I will probably won't be streaming Genshin again on. It was pretty laggy when I was streaming it, so I hope you understand my reasoning behind that. Alright. Now that that's back, let's just make sure sound's okay. Yep, sounds good. Might need to turn it down a bit though, because like I said, with Genshin Impact, I changed settings. March 15th, 3:33 a.m. Cease from Neutralis lobby. Mr. Abella, I request that you testify once more. As if there's anything else for me to testify about. It's plenty. I still have yet to fully prove that it was Mr. Abella who murdered Mr. Coachman. Well, I would like you to hear about your movements before the murder occurred. I wonder if you could tell us what you did here at the Citrum Naturalis. Very well. I suppose I could tell you about that. Fucking smug look on his face. I want to wipe that clean off, man. Because about what all I did was watch Steel Samurai stage show. Elaborating on even that alone is good enough for me. The only way for me to place this man under arrest is to pinpoint the exact location of where the murder took place, and for that is the key of this investigation. The Steel Samurai stage show. I watched from the last row. The stage was well lit, but it was dark out in the audience. I swear I was there in the audience, but it was hard to prove that, I suppose. I do remember the context of the show very well, so if that is proof enough for you. here to the old man's heart. I'll never forget it. So you were in the theater proper watching the Steel Samurai stage show, were you? Of course I was. I have a great fondness for the Steel Samurai. Oh yeah? What's his blood type? Actually, I don't know the answer to that. Yeah, that was pretty cool up there, wasn't it? Stay out of this, Larry. You're not the one who's cool! It was the Steel Samurai who was cool. I'm here to cause problems. Yes, I read rules and I will follow them. Okay, you are allowed to read chaos, but if they do stretch beyond the rules of the stream, I will have to properly kick you out. Are we understood, Cat? You can cause chaos, but do not break rules. Do I make myself clear? Understand, you may proceed. Yeah, the Steel Samurai's special finishing move today was really something, huh? Hey, Angie! Who is she? Who's this super cool girl? Oh, hydrate? Oh, thank you very much. Oh yeah, I'm having internet problems, so ignore the stream elements. Good for you to turn it. Ignore stream elements, they're drunk. She's been standing here this whole time and only now he notices her? And some spells, it's usually the butts. Her name is Kay Faraday, and she's helping me in my investigation. Sorry, I didn't get to introduce myself earlier, but better late than never. Yeah, it's okay. I'm Blair Butt! Good call, Francesca. Good call. Yes, this is a DS game, and I'm still trying to figure out how to like stream DS games because there's definitely more that I need to work out with these stuff. Because there's definitely more DS games that I'm going to be streaming because there's no collection of Professor Layton games that are easily like this. And plus, I still have the second investigations game. I'll figure something better for other times. Yeah, I'm screen capturing like an idiot. I'm still figuring out how to like do this stuff. Silence is the peanut gallery. There is no time for such trivialities at a time like this. Mr. Prosecutor, this is the final battle. You got that? I know. This is the end. For that man here. Ha ha ha! That's kind of the thing I like to hear. I think I'll give trusting you a try, Mr. Prosecutor. Rather, Mr. He said her actual name. Oh, this is like a big moment. It's always the big moment when the person who never uses the Protagonist's real name uses the Protagonist's real name. It's such always a big moment. I'll leave this crucial battle to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Have no fear, I will finish the job. This is really the end game. The time has come to expose the time has come to expose every last one of Mr. Abala's lies. The last row. I should think that an ambassador would have a special seating reserve. I wanted my staff to enjoy the Steel Samurai show as well. So I gave up all the good seats for them. It was enough for me to simply see it. Hey, that Steel Samurai wasn't the only hero, and let's not forget about the Pink Princess here. I don't have enough stream gamer points to cause chaos, so I must wait in game points. Aw, that's sad. I wanted chaos. I wanted bloodshed. Okay, there is actually no points for. Actually, there is no channel points that cause bloodshed, unfortunately. But we'll cause bloodshed with our words. Haha! My dear madam, if you continue this thrusted about like that, your hip may begin to hurt again. Oh my! Well, aren't you the considerate person when you want to be? Yes. Go. Yeah. Yep, that's the person you should go after. I'll beg. You two would be very happy together. Oh yeah, to be fair, yeah, I guess we shouldn't require bloodshed, because bloodshed, would involve another murder, and there's already been 2 murders this chapter. So, yeah, unfortunately. But this young butterfly is on the side of Edgeworth. So you can spare me the flirtations, come on. Wow! He's completely frozen! In frustration, perhaps. I dare she can be one rather trying opponent. I mean, I guess you can shed blood without murder, but most bloodshed involves murder. Well, if you try very hard, you could have bloodshed without murder. There'd be a lot of paperwork. I don't know if I'm in the mood for paperwork. In any case, Mr. Bala, can you actually prove to us that you were watching the show? I swear, I was in the audience, but it's hard to prove that, I suppose. Are you admitting then that you had no way of proving to us that you were watching? Quiet. Yes, like an evil blood tribe. One hosted by a vampire, obviously. Quiet, you're buzzing in my ear like a pesky little fly. If you don't wish to listen quietly until the end of what I have to say, then perhaps you should pack up, and get out of my way. I see that you are willing to be a bit more respectful now. Well, it's true that it may be difficult to prove that I was out in the audience. I do remember the contents of the show very well, though, and it's not proof enough for you. Objection! Oh, well, hold it. Well, I remember the context of the show as well myself. That's nice. That's nice! Miles Edgeworth, don't allow yourself to be riled up by him at this important juncture. Yeah, I wasn't planning to let him. Well, if you ask me, I think I'm the biggest Steel Samurai expert around here. Did you think the kinetic scene of today's show was just totally awesome? Yes, I remember that well. And that spectacular special move. There isn't even a lawyer! We're not technically in court! This man, Mr. Abala here, he was an ambassador! Okay? There's no judge here! There's no judge here. We're not technically in court! Ha-ha! The way you delivered the final blow against the evil magistrate. Early summer rain jam. Oh, that scene will live on in my heart forever. I know. But I will rebuttal your statement because I am rebuttaling right now. I'm in a rebuttal mood. Totally forgot about that. How can you forget your own special moves? That's the special attack the samurai uses when he's using the samurai spear. Yes, and today was the first time they showed it off, was it not? If I haven't watched the show, then how could I answer you the name of the move? I suppose you are correct, but if you could, please elaborate on this point for me. One of the scenes was never been seen before earlier. No, I do mean rebuttal. I will yell objection when I want to yell objection, and when I'm in doubt. Because when in doubt, yell objection. Early summer rain jab was the move that was to be unveiled today. And because I saw that brand new special move, I believe it confirms my alibi. Objection! The objections just come with your rebuttals, okay? You wouldn't get. Do you even know the first thing about being a prosecutor? Like, come on. How sad. The only way he got to protect himself is that watch the Steel Samurai. I guess. This guy really has nothing else left. Yes, and to avoid arrest, you can bet he'll say or do anything. So yeah, sit your head down. I can't even say it. I mean, I also went to public school, but that is a lie, technically. I did not go to public school. But with all of us here, there will be no escape from him. Yeah, we'll find a way to bring him to justice. Thank you. It's kind of weird with how the ears go, but I think this is word. Now then, let's continue with your testimony, Mr. Avala. Very well. The Steel Samurai special move and the various other scenes. Those moving scenes were seared into this old man's heart. I will never forget them. I agree. Today will be a day to remember, especially when we finally make you pay for all the wrongs you've committed. What? Hey! That's what the Steel Samurai says when he defeats the evil magistrate. Heck, that line is just something I have lived. Top of your head, or it's very interesting. See, what I gotta do is like you know how like people like put like headphones on like their cat's ears. That's how it has to work. I had to get, if I were to get like the actual headphones for my character, we'd have to like create like special ones to put on the ear, my lion ears. You may act all surprised, but naturally you remember this line, don't you? Of course I do. I just now understand how the evil magistrate felt at this all. And allow me to make you identify with the evil magistrate some more. Hey, that makes you the Steel Samurai, huh? Heh. Well, if you had to complete the analogy, I suppose, then yes. And I do believe it's about time to bring the curtains down on this with a bang. Kay and myself were also in the audience of the Steel Samurai stage show. He's got nothing on the Jam Ninja, but he was cool, still cool enough, I guess. Haha, wasn't my brand new special finishing move totally rad? I know, right? It's amazing how things happen. Don't tell me! It was you who thought of the special move! Yup. Now what was it again? Larry is truly something else. Extremely silly range set jab. Was it? Was that it? No, wait, it was settle and break a chop. it, right? How can you forget a move you came up with? The final piece of Mr. Apollo's alibi that he was watching the samurai show. However, if he was busy killing Mr. Cushman, then he shouldn't have that time to do so. Now, what do I still have for evidence? Because he bent it. Yeah, we don't bring up that certain defense attorney by name in this chat while we're playing this game, okay? We don't bring up that name until we get back to Apollo's justice. It's the joke. Objection! The special move today is the early summer rain jab. Is that your final answer? You know what that objection sounds like? It sounds like Mad Fred from Karma. You know? Mr. Obala's objection sounds like Mad Fred from Karma's objection. Objection! I don't care if we're not in court. I will still yell objection when I feel like yelling objection. Objection's just not a thing in court. You have to yell in court. You ignorant little gnat. Do you think you can trip me by asking the same question over and over? That was not my intention. Your testimony is more than sufficient. However, I believe it would be wise for you to take a look at this. The samurai spear. What about it? This spear actually never made it on stage today. Right. Excuse me? Unfortunately for you, tonight's Steel Samurai is an idiot! Happened to be a goof of a young man with abundance of useless hot-bloodedness. Having said that, this useless man bent the spear during his rehearsal this evening. Hey, do you remember what the Steel Samurai special move was tonight? It was the Steel Samurai Sushi Slash! Correct! Because he couldn't use the spear, a last-minute change was made. Have you really been watching the show, you would have known that move was used. Akira Sabala. I would like to refer back to the first day of the trial of Rich the Turnabout. You do know you can refer to him as a certain defense attorney, right? That's how I usually refer to him. You didn't even watch a single minute of the Steel Samurai stage show tonight, did you? I mean, you can literally bring up Edgeworth's name, and his name's in the game. Yeah! But like I said, we're not in court. Well, we were in the last episode, but this ain't that episode anymore. Ha! So if he wasn't watching this show tonight, then it opens up the possibility that he was busy killing Miss Coachman instead. So where were you during the show? I demand an answer, now. A third defense attorney will suffice. That's just what's so funny. You're so sloppy. And so are your conclusions. Yep, yes, that's definitely how it is. I still, I still insist that I watched the show, or most of it, in any case. What do you mean by most of it? Ah, so you see, during the show, I left my seat for a spell to visit the bathroom. What the fuck do you mean? For a spell? I assume that it's when the dramatic scene was played out on stage. That's the lousy excuse I've ever heard of my life, pal! Ugh, just because he got the name of the move wrong. You can't really use that as proof that he didn't watch the show at all. Grr. As a fan of Steel Samurai, I wanted to watch the entire show. Honest. No, really? No, really? But your little bladder couldn't handle it? As the Steel Samurai fan. For someone who wasn't even for the climax of the show, you have no right to call yourself a Steel Samurai fan. Ever. I would know because I actually helped, get a not guilty verdict for the actual Steel Samurai. But, it's mostly doing of a certain defense attorney. Wait, do I have a rule that you can't curse? Because that shouldn't be a rule. I guess I said keep it PG-13, which means you're allowed to drop an F-bomb once. I just don't mean just don't go casually over the top with it. What really it means. I'll need to probably word it. Alright, who else hold it? Who was that just now? Who else holds it? It would be I, young lady! What the fuck, Larry? As they always say, when something smells, it's usually the butt. Larry! What are you doing interrupting me like that? Edgy! Just hold on for a second, I beg! You may never accept this old man as a Steel Samurai fan, but I totally think he's got a ceramic. What exactly is a Steel Ceramic, pal? I believe he meant to say Steel Samurai Manic. Yeah, and trust me, I know a real fan when I see one. Because I'm the Steel Samurai. No, you're not. Willpower's the Steel Samurai. I will never acknowledge you as the true Steel Samurai. Have a good night. Yeah. What are you getting so worked up over, Mr. Edgeworth? It appears that the real Steel Samurai recognizes me as a fan. Objection! The real Steel Samurai is not even here! I wonder what he's doing nowadays. Huh, I wonder what Will Powers is up to nowadays. As well as he should, for I am a fan, not as though I missed the entire show. I was the most amazing show, filled with the spirit of the young and the young at heart. That sarcasm dripping from his long wooden nose couldn't run any thicker. Getting the name of the move wrong only appears that he didn't watch the last scene. What I really need here is something more definitive. Something like something that links Miss Arbala directly to the murder of Manny Coachman. You know what, Gramps? You're really something else. I'm honored to receive such praise from the Steel Samurai, but what is it for? Well, I was just wondering about how you found out about the early summer rain jab. That move is a bit of a secret only a small portion of the staff know about. Wait! It was a secret? Larry, wait, what did you just say? Did I say something stupid again? You said that the earlier summer rain jab was actually a secret. Well, maybe I shouldn't have said a secret. Hello there, Raven Namoon. Welcome into the stream. It's more like we only decided the name of the move right before the start of the show. Right before? Yeah, the stage director was going nuts because we were supposed to debut the move. About 5 minutes before the show, he threw up on the move of the show. We threw up on the dressing room whiteboard. Early summer rain jab. And I kind of thought we decided the name of the move. Yeah, sure, go ahead. But by the time I've already bent the spear, so I guess the whole thing was kind of pointless. All you Steel Samurai actors are the same. All the directors have my complete sympathy. So basically, because we changed the move to the sushi slash, we kind of pretended that I'm a female raven who has ADHD and of course words hanging out in the back of my... What? Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. As long as you don't intend to harm anybody with it. You're squawking. We squawk all the time here. Kidding, no I don't. I'm lying. I roar. I roar. We kind of pretended the early summer rain jab didn't exist at all. I mean, it'd be bad if someone found out we changed the move, so we made it a secret. So basically, a gag order was issued for the publicity sake. I almost make the early summer rain jab sound like a lost art. Yeah, which is why I think most of the staff haven't heard of the move. Oh yes, of course. I love things on my shoulders. It's so cool. Hold those lips of yours still. Hey, what the heck, old man? I've done nothing but listen from all I can tell, it's very unrelated to the case. Sorry, I'm a little sick. Nice and warm. Yes, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm completely fine. It's just a little cold I have going on. It's also very tedious and a pointless exercise and wasting time, much like a kid's show. Mr. Bella, I believe the one who should be quiet now is you. How dare you! I suspect that you're already noticed. Exactly what the severe implications are in this man's testimony. Ha! So now you're trying to bully me, huh? Nope, just trying to joke. There's no implications to read into a behind-the-scenes story of a kid's show. Don't even think about trying to slither your way out of this, here, Sabala. You're the ones who decided it yourself. The name of the move was... I would go get my cough drops, but they're all the way out in the car, so... You're the one who decided it yourself. The name of the move was Early Summer Rain Jab. But that name only was decided right before the start of the show was about to start. So, just what are you driving at? The name of the move you told us earlier was never used in the show or said aloud. Now then, would you care to tell us about how you found the name of that move? Because I can only think of one way you could have known. Akio Sabala. The only way you could have known. This is the only way you could have known about the special move. Okay, can't be started out because there's no way in hell it was a coincidence that he came up with that. I'm gonna look at my organizer here. That must have been, that was after the show. You saw it. You knew the name because you saw it. You saw it in the dressing room's whiteboard. And the staff members who knew were keeping it a secret. So you couldn't have simply gone up to a staff member and asked. Which means that the only other option left is that you saw it on the whiteboard. So that means Mr. Apollo was there in the waiting room at some point, right? Well, what's the big deal, sir? I don't see what that means. There's another piece of evidence that has a great deal to do with the dressing room. So we can't afford to let this slide. This is related to both the dressing room and Mr. Cushman's murder. It has to be the samurai dogs, right? There's a very close connection between this and the dressing room. And what sort of connection would that be? It's a bit difficult to recognize at first glance. However, hey, Mr. Prosecutor, I only trust what I can see. And when it comes to evidence, I think everyone here agrees with me. Gah! It appears that this piece of evidence is not what I was looking for. Wait, the pushcart. The pushcart that was used to move the body was right there in the dressing room. During the show, the pushcart awaited its turn to be pushed on stage in the dressing room. And when it was finally pushed there, along with the Iron Infant in the last scene of the show. And then, right after the show was ended, it went into Alabasta along with the Steel Samurai. Which means that the only time the killer could have placed the body inside the pushcart was when the pushcart was in the dressing room backstage. So basically, the killer had to be someone who visited the dressing room during the show. Precisely. Yeah! Oh, but wait! What if, and this is just a what if the murder didn't take place in the dressing room? Well, what do you mean, Kay? I have to admit, he brings up a valid possibility. During the show, the dressing room was supposed to be devoid of people. Anyone going into the private dressing room would have stand out like a sore stomp. But despite that, the killer still managed to move the body with the pushcart. Correct, and it's because of the setup of the Cedar's dressing room that it would be the the ideal location for the murder of Manny Coachman. Here's the yeah. During the show, you went down to the dressing room, and I want to know why. Yes. Yes, I was there. I went into the dressing room. I knew it! I'm placing you under arrest right now, pal. You got that? Arrest! Not so fast. What is it now? Don't I deserve a chance to explain myself? Explain? What is there to explain? I believe I told you earlier that I went to the bathroom. Well, I got lost, and when I did, in your own emissary? I wanted to ask for directions, but when I opened the dressing room door, there was no one inside. And that's when I saw the name of the move on the whiteboard. That all sounds like a load of bullshit! How do you get lost in your own emissary? You punk, still trying to get out of this. You really think you can get away at this point? Mr. Edgeworth, isn't there anything you can do to stop him? I don't have enough evidence on hand to do anything. I don't have the airtight evidence that I need to put this man away for good. But if that's what I need, then perhaps. Over Agent Lang, I believe that an investigation of the dressing room is in question is in order. It's possible that we may find new evidence there. Yeah, if Miss Edgeworth pokes around there, I'm sure I'll find some new facts, pal. Ooh, and if we'll use a little safe, we may even learn something from a recreation. We don't need to do any of that. What? Wolfie? How could you? I'm not saying this to be mean. It's just that we've already searched there. My men are really something else. And what, they found nothing? There's only one thing I can say to you, sis, and that they found nothing. That's it. Oh no, oh no, Armin. Oh no, like sweating! I guess you're right. If they had found something, they would have reported it to us. They couldn't find anything because there was nothing to find. And there's no info to feed into Little Steve, and I can't be much help either. This is the end. The murder took place in this theater, which is not protected under extraditional rights. And the fact it was Mr. Bala himself who committed the murder. If I can't prove both statements to be true, Mr. Bala walks away a free man. If there's no other course of action left to us, it would appear that your hands of cards have turned out to be a bust. Now, if you will excuse me, because you people I missed my flight. Now I must haste to arrange for a new one. Maybe I'll hold it this time. Who is it this time? Hold it right there, you whippersnappers! Oh my gosh, are we safe by Old Bag? I never thought this is how it would happen, that we were saved by Old Bag. Ugh! First Larry, now you! What's just the scary monster like Stella in your face that you poo? Don't treat me like I'm some sort of nuisance. I mean, I've been meaning to say this, but all you keep talking about things that I don't get at all. You're leaving this lady in the sad, depressed, lonely dust, and then about to crying. Why did you have to speak right at this instant? You know what, Edgy Poo? Cheer up! Because I'm about to give you the most wonderful thing. The most wonderful thing? From you? I'm scared. Chad, hold my hand! That's so super special that I just couldn't give it away to just anyone, you know. Oh, my special present of love to my sweet Edgy Poo. Are you ready? Is this? It's... I thought I already had the samurai dogs. I already thought I had the samurai dogs. So when you go, you wanted your new brother's ring. Are we through here? Why did everyone get so quiet all of a sudden? Edgeworth! Tell me you understand the depth of this lady's love for you? Why? I'm not one hanging out snaky sex willy-nilly, you know, no sir! Then you saw it occur to me that maybe you would have been the nightfall to fear to see my own point made. Doesn't deserve everyone to think that everyone who comes hungry and experience a long time ago. Blah, 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 blah. Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do anything about her? There's no power on earth that can force that woman into silence. I'm so sick and tired of it all. All you people do is look down on me. Even this box of samurai dogs played me for a fool. That's a special design on it. On its fan, just like this Japanese flag. So I thought it was special. But when I ate one, it tasted just like the rest. Oh, it made me just so mad. Wait, a special box with a Hamanuola fan on it? I never heard of such a piece of merchandise existing before. However, there it is. The red rising sun on this fan is filled in. Is it possible? Could it be? Oh my. Oh me, oh my. This one isn't filled in. As this shows, the samurai dogs are piled up on the dressing room floor. However, there's no such thing as a rising sun dog. This contradiction of fact between something that should not exist, yet does. The rays from the sun, rising sun may just be what we need to point us in the right direction. A present. The studio bigwigs basically told us to play delivery boys. We're supposed to hand out the dogs to emissary people and tell them hi. I had to pile all of them into push cart just to move them all. I believe you understand what this means, correct? You killed Mr. Coachman at the theaters and placed his body in the push cart. And then, you forced the Steel Samurai to unwittingly move the body for you. It's time to place the final piece of this logic puzzle together, no matter how fragile or small the connections may be. Once you find them all, the way to the truth will be revealed. We're gonna save just in case if I fuck up. Okay, so I think it's these two together. Nope. The killer used the pushcart to transport the body, which means that they had to remove the samurai dogs within it first. Therefore, the samurai dogs that were piled up on the dressing room floor were most likely taken out of the pushcart by the killer. that which should not exist. This box of samurai dogs with the Honda Maru on it. If this red rising sun was filled in when the killer was busy removing the dogs from the pushcart, then it's proof that the murder took place in the dressing room. As long as this red substance turns out to be what I believe it to be. Wendy Oldbag. I thank you. Oh, we're never going to hear the end of it from her. Not at all. What you have given me is truly something very special. Mr. Edgeworth, are you sure you're feeling okay, sir? Mr. Abala, I suggest that you kill. As I suspected, you killed Mr. Coachman in the dressing room. How many times must I listen to you repeat yourself? Haven't you figured it out yet? Your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. No! Objection! Yours are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. The only way I'm going to continue to cooperate is some definitive evidence. That arrogance, that self-confidence. You remind me of a certain mentor I once had. You believe that you have erased every piece of evidence that could incriminate you. However, there remains one piece here, and it is what will put you away for good. Ha! You're bluffing. Ooh, hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Sounds like you finally found them. You finally found the fangs we need to go after this guy's janglers. So tell us about what about the box of samurai dogs is gonna put this old man away? The trace of evidence that will bring him down? Why, it is here, of course. This box of samurai dogs with the rising sun fan on it should never have existed. So I wanted you all to take a good look at this red spot. It's a single drop of blood. Huh? What? Blood, you say? Agent Lang, I would like to blood analyze this post-haste. I got to admit, I'm a bit surprised. I can't believe we found blood in a place like this. Hey you! Get this down to the line, pronto! But why is there blood on the box to begin with? If we think about the flow of the crime, I think the reason will become obvious. Larry, you said that you transported the samurai dogs with the pushcart, correct? Yeah, you have a great memory, Edgy. That pushcart was a bit too big for my son. You know what I mean? So to make sure everyone could see him, I had to pile some stuff in. I figured the samurai dogs were in there, so you filled I'm so used to fill up the cart. If Larry says it's true, then what were the boxes doing on the floor? Ah, I see. The killer took them out in order to place the body in the pushcarts. Exactly. And that's when I believe the victim's blood found its way onto that box. But when my men investigated the room, not a single box of samurai dogs was in there. Because the emissary staff members have already confiscated them. Yes, no doubt to hide the evidence of the murder. It's a good thing Miss Oldbeck managed to steal that one box before they got to him. Then, huh? Looks like Miss Oldbeck has also managed to put this great thief to shame. What a scandalous way of putting it. I didn't steal. I received it for myself. Yeah, Akiya Savala. I will say this. It was one very fatal oversight on your part. Oh, you're still wanting to play games, huh? You still want to go, old man? I'll put up a fight. Sorry to rain on your little love fest, however. Don't you dare say I love her. How can you be so confident in a no-win situation for him like this? Even if that blood turns out to belong to Mr. Coachman, then what? So, Mr. Edgeworth, it sounds like he's not ready to call it quits yet, huh? That sole piece of evidence was left at the scene of the crime. That alone has shed light on a new fact. At the very least, we now have proof that the murder occurred in the dressing room. And you say that like it means something. You've already admitted to being in there, Abala. Huh? Excuse me, sirs. Report! What are the results of the analysis? Sir, the analysis came back to confirm that the red blood substance is blood. I knew it! What was this? Achilles Abala. Mr. Edgeworth, I wonder if you might humor my question. Your question? The one from before. Or have you forgotten? Even if that is Mr. Coachman's blood, what difference would it make? Like we already told you, it proves that the crime scene was the dressing room. But it doesn't prove that I am your killer, does it? He has a very good point. The blood on that box doesn't prove that Mr. Abala is the killer. Then, this evidence, it's meaningless. That can't be. We were so close, sir. I want to smack that smug off of his face. Come on, there's gotta be something we can do. We finally found a solid piece of evidence. There must be something I can dispose of it. One last testimony. Ah! I can't think of a single thing. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be on the way. Okay, who y'all told it this time? Who was that? It's too late. I won't allow anyone to stop me now. It wasn't me, pal. And it wasn't me this time either. It wasn't me either. It was me. What? Why did you? Because I haven't finished reporting everything to you yet, sir. There's more. What? Hurry up and spit it out. Yes, sir. That blood I mentioned. It's not of the same blood type as the victim's blood. What? Oh no! What? You know, it may not be Coachman's blood. It's Abala's blood! Abala was shot! Or stabbed. It's Abala's blood! What do you mean it's not of the same type? You mean it's not the victim's blood? If it isn't his, then who the hell is it? I don't know, sir! All I know is that it's not the same blood type as the victim, sir. What do we do now, Mr. Edgeworth? I have no idea what's what anymore. Neither do I. Come on, Edgeworth. Put the logic together. Put the logic together. It's Abala's blood! My, what an amusing turn of events. That blood drop proved to be something true, namely, my word. And which one of your words would that be? The ones where I said that your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. Objection, Your Honor. Objection! I'm not in doubt, but I know there's an objection there. That blood has nothing to do with the murder investigation whatsoever. Maybe not a Coachman. But are we forgetting that there was 2 murders tonight? remind you that the blood got into the box long before it entered my emissary. What sort of nonsense? Yeah, it's blood, pal! There's no way it's not related to the murder. So you'd like to believe. But what if someone's preparing samurai dog had a little nosebleed? Then what? They would take precautious matters because you shouldn't be getting blood into food production. As someone who used to work in food production, I would know something like that. Grr, I guess that's possible. Damn it! Have we been wasting all of our time on a red herring? That blood doesn't belong to anyone connected to this case. That should be a clue enough. How would you know, Abala? All we know is that it's not Coachman's blood. Are you forgetting that you were stabbed tonight? Achilles, Abala, you bastard! Silence! Don't you ever address me at... Yeah, it was such a filthy word again. I was wasting enough time here with you. You have your answers. Now let me through. Abala, it doesn't matter where you run to. You'll never escape me. Someday I'll have the satisfaction of sinking my fangs into you. You'll see. And all the Interpol will be behind you, working to see if that... that day comes. You know what your words sound like to me. They sound like the whining of a pathetic loser of a mutt. Oh, you did not just go there. You did not just go there. Those are fighting words. Those are extreme fighting words to me, Abala. Oh! Is this really the extent of all that we can do? Is the blood really from someone completely unrelated to the case? Or is there just another possibility? Someone other than the victim? Come on, seriously, do I need to put the logic into your brain? I figured this out like 5 minutes ago. Just when I thought I had him backed into the corner, it is I who has been backed into one. In a situation like this, what would that man do? What would he do to turn any desperate situation? Speaking of, it's a certain defense attorney. Edgeworth really has to say, like, a certain defense attorney now. Turn it around. That's it! I must turn my way of thinking around. He has to think like another defense attorney. Okay? Edgeworth! Just turn it around. That's what Mia always would say. We can bring up Mia Fey, okay? She's not the certain defense attorney we need to talk about. It's not whose blood is this. It's whose blood could get into a box like this. And if I think about it that way, if the blood got onto the box when the body was being placed into the push cart, then the owner of said blood must have been the one in the dressing room at that time. And there's only one person that could be. Well, I must praise you for always trying so hard. It's because of you kids that I was removed from the center stage. I will be forced to live the rest of my life in the shadows, unfortunately. But that's not a total loss, as the underworld will allow me to more freedom than you'll ever know. Freedom like what a raven feels as it flies to the dark night sky. We have a Raven in chat. Raven, are you still in chat? And if so, do you feel like you have lots of freedom? You can't lay a finger on me. Not now or ever. Wait, hold on. We gotta make this dramatic. Objection! Oh, that felt good. That felt amazing. The arms of the law is powerless before me. Powerless, is it? I wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you. What do you mean? Allow me to describe you in one word. Pitiful. Pitiful? How so? Akesabala! Your wings were clipped long ago. And for someone who is trying to fly away on them without noticing that fact, pitiful is the perfect word to describe you. Ha! Mere words! What do you mean by his wings were clipped, Mr. Edgeworth? Just what you think it means, okay? We already caught him in our trap a while back. With an incredibly powerful, definitive piece of evidence. Hey! Ursa, Mr. Prosecutor! Care to speak in English? What are you talking about? What piece of evidence? The piece I speak of is, of course, this drop of blood. But we know that it's not from the victim. I don't see how it remains relevant to the case at all. Ms. Von Karma, I believe that this is exactly why it's a very important case. And the part of that is most important is the fact that it's not the victim's blood. Oh, he's sweating bullets! You're looking a little pale. Good, then I believe you're already aware of what I mean. Then you know whose blood it belongs to? I'm surprised nobody figured this out! Of course I do. This piece of evidence is the irrefutable proof that will stop the killer in his tracks. The blood that soiled the box of Sam's garlic belongs to this person. I believe nobody figured this out. The belonging of that rising sun on this box belongs to you, Achilles Abala. Grr! What? What? Why is his blood on the box of the Steel Samurai dog? He's not even a victim! The blood fell onto the box when Mr. Coachman's body was being loaded into the pushcart. At the time, the only two people were in the dressing room was the victim and his killer. So that's what you mean. If the blood doesn't belong to the victim, then there's only one other person it could belong to. Yes, and that person is the murderer himself. That's the only logical conclusion. But Mr. Coachman was the one who was stabbed, sir. Why would Mr. Abala have been the one bleeding? What if during the murder, Mr. Coachman had fought back? You mean that before Mr. Abala could kill him, Mr. Coachman was able to wound Mr. Abala? Yes, and I believe we have a piece of evidence that proves that he was bleeding then. You did your own undoing when you showed me this. Mr. Abala, you bear your body a great wound. That was from when Mr. Temes too attacked me from a pair of scissors. Yes, and that happened in a way after he was in the dressing room. But is that really what happened? You can manufacture a weapon by smearing blood on it, so I can't just accept that as fact. Shall we try a test, Mr. Abala, and see if that shape of your wound matches the scissors? You really are something else, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't let a single thing slip by you, no matter how insignificant the possibility is. Well, yeah, I had to learn because of a certain defense attorney, to be honest. You're the one to talk, Mr. Abala. You managed to give the law a slip for 10 years as the smuggling ring's leader. No matter the danger, you can hide every last ounce of fear and anxiety from everyone. You truly are one of a kind. You are truly one of a kind criminal. I'm the master of my fear. However, to think that a person such as you could miss such a large thing. You believe I overlooked something? You said that my wound was caused by Mr. Coachman. And it was caused here in one of the procedur's dressing room, right? Yes, that is correct. I'd like you to point out that it's simply not possible. My wound is a stab, and that one could have come from a blade. I wonder where you suppose such a weapon came from. Ah! This theater was packed with security guards. It would be impossible for someone to come into this area with a weapon of any sort. Just as Mr. Bala was able to bring the Aster and the knife in the cave, there must have been some other way to sneak a weapon of sorts. But as long as you can't prove what the other way is, all your talk about Mr. Coaching stabs me is pure nonsense. So if the other way does exist, you better hurry and tell me now. With pleasure. What? Wait, what? This piece of evidence shows how Mr. Coachman brought the weapon into the theater. That's got your key. Among law enforcement, this piece is known as the Yatsugatsu's key. That key! That key that my father stole from here 7 years ago. And it's very unique in that it's both a key and a knife. Meaning that under the guise of a key, it could have been easily brought into the theater. Gah! You couldn't dispose of the knife that you stabbed you with, therefore you wiped off the blood and placed it back in Mr. Cushman's pocket. After all, the key itself opens the safe in his office. Inside that safe, there was documents about Cofidian's papers, signed by Mr. Cushman, in order to make it look like Mr. Cushman died as the leader of the smuggling ring. You made sure that the police were the ones who opened the office safe. All that hard work to save yourself only served to destroy you in the end. Shall we try matching the knife to blade with your wound, Mr. Akiyasabala? And that's what some may call the coup of grace. Impossible! I've been a prosecutor for a long time, Abala. You can't take me down. Swine, all of you! Especially Manny Coachman. That's all because of that man's betrayal. He sought to steal the control of the smuggling ring from me by even removing me as ambassador, which is why he deserved to die with bearing the guilt of all my crimes for me. That's why I sent out the Yatsugatsu card. That's how this incident was born. Manny was supposed to be the smuggling ring's leader, who was killed by the Yatsugatsu. But I had yet another reason, yet another story that was supposed to play out. Manny's death was supposed to bring everything to a close. And I would have gotten away for it if it wasn't for you meddling prosecutors. Not everyone's here a prosecutor. It's only me and Francesca. Francesca and I are the only prosecutors here. Miss Arbella, I'm afraid there is one more question I forgot to ask. This country or Alabama? Which country's court would you like to face first? Either way, it's game over for you. Which one? We broke him. Oh! Oh my! Phew! This is it, the big day. It's Mr. Abala's trial today. And next week he scheduled to stand trial in his own country of Alabama. Francesca is heading that one. I'll suspect she'll be serving a full course of whiplashes at it. Having to face Miss Von Karma and Courier right after facing you, sir. I don't even want to think what it would be like. I caught a glimpse of Mr. Abala as he was being escorted into the courthouse. And boy, he looked as glum as I do the day before I get my monthly paycheck. You know, I've been thinking. That flight attendant, and even Mr. Poetsmith, we're all Mr. Abala's secret agents. Correct. That smuggling was the common thread between all of the incidents. Kimmy Emile was to provide support during the smuggling ops, using her job as an attendant. And Mr. Postman was to manipulate trials related to the ring and end in their favor. Ooh, I fly airlines and even the prosecutor's office. No one was safe from the smuggling ring, huh, sir? I suspect there was even more members of this ring spread throughout the world. Yeah, it sounds like such a big op that I can't even begin to imagine what it's like. What is it, detective? Ah, nothing. It's just, well, come to think of it, Mr. Ernest Amano's trial was also scheduled for later today, sir. I'm aware of that. Mr. Amano has been working with the smuggling ring for over 10 years. He used the Amano's group to various connections worldwide to assist the ring. But all of that has come to an end as the conglomerate is now undergoing harsh scrutiny. I owe Mr. Amano a debt of gratitude, but he must pay his debt to society. Well, with the arrest of both Mr. Apollo and Mr. Amando, I guess that about wraps up the KG incident as well, huh? I suppose so. It's the real killer in the KGA incident 10 years ago was Manny Coachman. And 7 years ago, the killer in the KGA incident, Mackerel. Those two facts are unshakable truths. However, it seems that a lot of effort was put into hiding these and other truths from us. And I will expose it all at the trials today. You're solving cases left and right today, aren't you, sir? CCU and D is dead man. Perhaps now these two brave souls will try to make the truth. Who tried to make the truth known can rest in peace. By the way, I received a gift from Ambassador Apollonero. Shrimp, crab, beef. I don't need any of them, so I'm giving them to you. What? Seriously, sir? Wait, actually, I don't think I want them anymore. The way you're holding them, tells me they're just the coupons, sir. Detective Gumshoe, have you not read the paper recently? Ever since the two countries became co-federal again, its economy has changed. Really? And it seems that Ambassador Apollonero has reaped a few benefits of his own from it. He has been announced as the official ambassador of the newly reunited Cophelia. Ah, what a pity. Even though every item he sends is a treasure, you don't seem to be all interested. Well, if you don't want them, I can give them to my lovely assistant, Kay. Wait, that's not what I said! So, Mr. Edgeworth, please let me have them. Actually, come to think of it, where is Kay? How's she not here? Hey! You gotta be more alert than that! Eek! I can't believe you didn't notice. I was even mimicking Mr. Edgeworth's voice for a bit. I totally didn't notice you, or realize that voice was you. Lee Sing says, ferocious love blossoms each new spring. Agent Ling, a pleasant surprise to see you here. It's been a long time since I set foot in the courthouse, but I wasn't gonna miss watching the guy who screwed up my country's finally get what coming to him. Well, that and something else. I wanted to see you in action in court. Is that so, Agent Ling? We flushed out all the counterfeit bills so that St. Paul is finally active again. And it's all thanks to you. So I just wanted to say, wow, I never thought I'd see the day where old Rookie says thanks to Mr. Edgeworth. I should be the one thanking you, Agent Ling. If you hadn't indicated in Mr. Abella's extraordinary rights, I would have not have been able to bring him to trial. I believe the victory belongs to both of us in this case. A shared victory, huh? Look, don't get me wrong. I'll still never forgive you prosecutors. And I have zero interest in that truth thing that you talk about in court. I've always done my things my own, and that's not about to change. You got that? I see it. Well, I believe you should follow your own creed when you do your job. Yeah. And if there is ever someone your precious and truth can't catch, feel free to sit around and cry about it all you want. But as for me, I'm gonna get that person no matter what. All right. It's all about time for the trial to start. I'll see you later. I'll be watching your performance from the gallery. I'm looking forward to this. I'll prepare the whole ton of ticket. I'm gonna call up my men as well. A modest amount of ticker tape goes a long way. The scene shifts to the courtroom, and the final act of this long trial begins. The legend of the great Yusif Yasagata. It's the story of those who dedicated their life to pursue the truth. Prosecutors are those who seek a guilty verdict for the defendant, and to the end you have no choice but to win by any means necessary. That creed was forced on me since I was very young. However, I no longer think that's all we prosecutors are. And then that's because even though I only been away from the courtroom for a short time, I feel as though it's been a lifetime since I set foot in one. And today, more than other days, I feel the fight rising in me. Oh, this music is so good already. I'm really in Mr. Edgeworth's debt for the other day. Thanks to him, I'm still free to serve in the free blue skies. Oh, about my suitcases. I've been selling them on the internet, and they have become a real sensation. Thanks to the praise that the art has lavished on my work belongs to truly postmodern. The airline has chosen me to send their new lines of jumbo jets. Just think, someday you'll be able to take a ride in my pink gold window-seated jets. Oh my. Edgeworth, that ruthless of a rude man. Because of him, my time and money is wasted. More importantly, I received the most fantastic treasure, the perfect statue of the Presidency of Corpelia. Its weight is a bit light in my hands, but the Ambassador Palvinario was most generous. It's probably the fake one. We finally caught Agent Hicks' killer, and I was able to witness Mr. Ballas' teary eyes. It feels good to finally bring everything to a close. I received another offer from Interpol to work another case in cooperation with them. However, the Concordian courts await. Concordia Air is supposed to be very fresh, so my whip should find new vigor there. It's the little patrolman has been fired as today, sir. I saw I was safe since I found the gun I have dropped. But I haven't noticed that I dropped my police badge too. I guess I really broke the camel's back when I couldn't find my badge. It's only tipping into the black dark hole, sir. I think I'll go to the courthouse and file a complaint with the Ruffles man. I was actually hoping to talk to Mr. Edgeworth a bit more than I did, but I got to get going and return to Europe. I still got a long way and a lot of stuff to go to study there. Next time I'll have Mr. Edgeworth on a case, I'm gonna do it with a real forensic scientist. Actually, I think all he's gonna need is the help I can give him scientifically. Oh, don't worry, we'll be seeing you again shortly, Emma. Because she's in a Polish justice. I was let off easy. I won't be going outside much anytime soon, but that's really okay. The only person I'm forever trapped in this cage of love. The guard down at the detention center. Well, when he's on guard duty, look in his eyes that just that prosecutor. Stop it, Lauren! Will you ever learn to stop being a prisoner of love? It appears that there's all sorts of drama that takes place outside the court. Since we judges are here day in and day out, we only heard a few rumors, but apparently Mr. Edgeworth teamed up with a thief and then became a detective. Maybe I should team up with the bailiff and try becoming a lawyer or something. I would love to see that! Your Honor becomes a lawyer. Oh my gosh! I have an idea for an objection.lol. I'll be working on it after Saturday though. Phew, I barely escaped death yet again. Yeah, boy, we're lucky to have Mr. Edgeworth help us out, huh? Yeah, but because I lost the key, I got fired from my security guard job. Don't let you get down, Maggie. You still got me. You're right, sir! I won't be sad! I'm gonna pick myself up and get through this! I wonder what my next job should be. Oh, this is actually kind of fun! Keep in mind it's not Trace BN because this takes place after, why not come to Fidelia for your summer vacation? We have coupons, plenty. Alright, now our emissary is proud to present our list of investigators recreating their particularly curious the small fires on its own. But we had a few problems with the fire marshals. But next event will be great. Oh, it will be an attraction entitled Capture the Yatsugatsu. Of course, I hope to enlist Kay's help in creating our little latest attraction. This music is so good. I can't believe that he ditched me and went to Japan. But it's okay, because that's how I met Maru. We are planning to go to Paris soon and start a business. She's gonna ditch you. We're gonna sell blue ocean dogs. They'll sell like hotcakes and hot dogs for sure. Blue hot dogs and a blue bun. Guarantee you'll turn your tongue and face blue. I know I'm not really the type to work a lot or at all, but oh, I noticed that I really haven't seen that guy in the blue suit at all recently. A certain defense attorney. I wonder what's up. Well, next time we meet, I'm gonna make him eat one of my dogs. Well, I don't think he's in blue anymore. But that actually does bring a good point. Like, what does happen to Phoenix between Apollo's Justice and Ace Attorney? And between Trials and Tribulations and Apollo's Justice. Today I gave testimony in court today as a member of the Yatsugatsu. Yo, Mrs. Bad, you look well, all things considered. By the way, have you noticed the elements within the ring has begun moving? They're probably fighting over who should succeed, over who should be the next boss. Although, to be honest, I wish I could ever heard of that smuggling ring. Li Shang says, thoroughly bites the poisonous snake and from the head to the tail. No one runs afoul of the law and escapes this wolf's fangs. I'll get you all yet. Ah, youth. When did I become so old, I wonder? About 7 years ago. I began to notice the gray hairs in my beard more. I'm thinking of retiring in my mirror. Oh, I was the pink princess to take pleasure all the two bad days. Talk about busy. But it's alright because I got a little letter from my beloved Edgeworth. Please take care of your by that last statement. It's not like I enjoy being under our headpiece every time we see it. Yeah, I'm not reading that. March 17th. Woo! I feel so much better now that the trial's over. And as always, as your legal prowess, that was top-notch, sir. Yes, nothing but the best luck. Nothing beats the look on Mr. Ball's face when you revealed the ring secret. I was amazed. You're like a totally different person when you step into the courtroom. Mr. Edgeworth is always 10 times fiercer, of course. Based on the information Mr. Abala offered up, they've become a large-scale operation to clean up the rest of the ring, which I'm happy to leave to Francesca and Agent. So what are your plans now, Kay? Oh, well, we've taken of the creep who killed my father, so I'm not sure. Hey, I know. Maybe I'll just keep on being Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Are you still trying to steal my job, pal? Just kidding. I can steal something so important to you, Gummy. Gee, what a relief. Hey, yes? After all that's happened, are you still planning to become a great thief? Of course! But I don't want it to tarnish the legend of the noble Yatagami. So I'm gonna hold off on doing anything until I make a tight three-person team of my own. A three-person team. A three-person team of young beauties at the same age as me as possible. With those criteria, I highly doubt you'll find the two other people you need. My father chose to fight for the truth. I think that's what's so noble about him. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, the only things I will ever steal are the truths that have been hidden away. I'm gonna work extra hard to make a world where the Yatsugatsu isn't needed. Let's both strive for such a future. Well, I guess it's time for me to get going. I see. Okay. Keep your chin up and stay strong, okay? Don't be a stranger. Don't worry, I'll be back. I'll be sure to break the lock on the window and sneak in. If you could, I'd appreciate it if you came in through the building's front door. It's okay, Mr. Edgeworth. The lock on my window at home has been broken forever. Oh, and one last thing before I go. Let's take a group picture, just the three of us. Yeah, a commemorative photo. Every big case has to end with one. Are we sure? No. Hey, why not? Don't tell me you're camera shy, Mr. Edgeworth. Of course not, detective. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm taking the picture now. Hey, come back here! Mr. Edgeworth, you can't run away from this, sir! Ah, King! Detective Gumshoe! Stop that! I can't be doing that! Okay, I'm totally taking it now. Say cheese! And thus the long tale of the KG8 incident came to a close. It saw the demise of a smuggling ring and the birth of a little great thief. But there's still a little time for it to rest and relax. For I am eager to tackle an investigation into a new case. The reason for my eagerness is my want to pursue the truth and my want to believe in the strength of those who use the power of the law for good. As someone who has chosen to live my life as a prosecutor, that is my new creed. Do I see thumbnail? I see thumbnail. Well, that's it. That's Ace Attorney Investigations. Thank you everybody for coming along on this adventure with me for investigations. It was fun. I can't say anything else about it. This adventure was so fun. And the fact that we had so much. Hey, Frisk Gloves! You're catching us right at the end. We literally just finished the game. So, like I said, so next up is I am going to be taking. I will be taking on the horror game that was the 300 milestone for Extra Life that you guys knocked out of the park. So that is the Vietnam. That will be starting on Thursday if I am, not so tired from work because, like I said, I am working 10 hours this week. So it's very up in the air if I actually will be working, if I will be streaming on Thursday. But if I am, that's what it would be. If not, you guys definitely will catch me on Saturday for our Objection Doubtful special, and I'll also rewatch the end to see, because I had an idea for a Objection Doubtful, but I'll have to see what that is. But for now, let's just see. Actually, no. Hold on. We will not be doing anything on Thursday because I forgot that Buffer is setting up more Jackbox, and of course I'm joining. So that will be Thursday. So no stream from me personally. Ooh, I got some raids to get. Let's go. Let's go Buffer. He's doing some, they're doing some legal company. So. So I'll see you guys Saturday for the Objection Doubtful special.